How we doing, guys? And it's finished. Newcastle 1, Arsenal 2. And I tell you something, what a win that was. And my word, did we deserve that win. Gabriel, virtually the last kick of the game. Rose, boom, get that header in. That's what I'm talking about. And we deserved it. Fully deserved it. And we don't have to sit here and talk about the PGMOL and the fact that they tried robbing us with a blatant penalty. We can talk about that another day because we actually turned the game around and that result could be massive. The fact that Liverpool lost at the weekend, you're looking at that, and I spoke about it already. If Liverpool win their game, we go into our game 8 points behind. And the fact that both games are decided with virtually the last kick of the game. You go from possibly being 8 points behind, possibly 4 points behind, and then now 2 points behind. That could be absolutely massive, even 6 games into the new season. Because Liverpool players, Liverpool fans, they would have all been watching that and thinking, do you know what? They got a late goal, 1-1. That's not too bad. We'll take that. We'll move on. And then that kind of goal, that win right at the end is like a kick in the teeth. But that is a massive win. And like I said, we fully deserve that win. Mikel has taken a lot of criticism over the last few weeks, in particular the last week. Even myself have sat there and said, Mikel, please take the handbrake off. But some of the criticism towards him has gone above criticism. It's just gone personal. The abuse just constantly thrown at him. But I tell you something, when I looked at that starting lineup today, I went, you know what? Mikel's took the handbrake off. And in that first half, that was the best 45 minutes I've seen us play all season. How we went in 1-0 down, I was sitting there scratching my head. I was like, what on earth is going on here? How can we be so dominant? Nick Pope turns into Superman. The PGMOL have got everything against us. And the guys that are running VAR and Jared Gillett and everything else are Liverpool fans. I've done a video on that a few weeks ago speaking about Jared Gillett. The man's been involved in 4 of our 6 games this season. Whether it's officiating on the pitch or VAR. Explain that. 4 out of 6. And he is a Liverpool fan. He can't referee Liverpool games or Everton. So why is he allowed to be involved in Arsenal games when it will have a direct impact on Liverpool? Doesn't make sense to me. I'm sorry. No. Doesn't make sense whatsoever. But let's move on from that for a second. All right? In that first half, like I was saying, Nick Pope turned into Superman. We had so many chances. Eza, this is why we bought him. Okay? And he's playing in his favoured position, shall we say. And he was causing problem after problem after problem. The first effort from him that was saved by Pope, I was like, how? How has he saved that? The second one, when it falls to him on the edge of the box, I'm like, okay, that's a decent height for the goalkeeper. But anyway. And I'm just looking at so many moments in that game and I'm thinking, it's just going to be another one of these days. It's going to be another one of these days. Another moment where Liverpool, falter and we don't capitalise. Too many times last season that happened. Liverpool drop points, we drop points, and so on. So that was massive in terms of its shift, mentality and everything else. And we've had such a tough start to the season when you think about it. Away at Manchester United, regardless of the situation with Manchester United, that is notoriously a difficult place for us to go. So mentally as well, that's another tick on the box. We go to Liverpool. Okay, it's 2 sides that just cancelled each other out. It was a boring game. Both sides didn't look like they wanted to win. And it was a worldie that settled it. We have Man City. All right. Pep resorts to a low block and 5 at the back for the first time ever. And then we got Newcastle away, and it's very well documented how difficult we have found playing at Newcastle. And then the fact that we go 1-0 down, if you want to win league titles, you have to turn these games around. And when you equalise in the 84th minute, I think it was, when Moreno scored, you now have to go and get another one. If you're genuinely serious about winning the title, a point's not enough. You go for the win. And ultimately, it was our, big strength, which is set pieces, that won us the game. And that goal, it reminded me very reminiscent in some ways of the goal that Gabriel scored against Tottenham last season, if you remember. It was so good, so good. And at that point, you're just like, okay, see the game out, a minute or so left or whatever it is. And, Newcastle was screaming for penalties left, right and centre. There's some people saying that there should have been a handball against Gabriel even before we got the winning goal. But if you actually use your eyes, you will see that the tackle with Alanga, it goes onto Gabriel's shin and up onto the arm. If Alanga gets that ball first, it doesn't hit any part of Gabriel and straight onto his arm, then whether you agree or not, that will be given as a handball. But the law clearly states when it's deflected onto an arm, it's unintentional. But, the penalty situation, never, ever have I seen anything like that overturned, ever. Nick Pope got the most minute of touches on it, but he still wipes out Gyökeres. Now, you only have to go back to a week ago, Manchester United against Chelsea. Sanchez, first couple of minutes, gets the faintest of touches onto the ball, wipes out Mbeumo, red card, sending off, and, no questions asked. No looking at it through a microscope and finding anything to rule it out. It's done. And as we've been told so many times, clear and obvious error. The fact that Jared Gillett is standing in front of that screen for nearly 4 minutes tells you there is no clear and obvious error. There's no reason to overturn that at all. Scandalous decision. But again, I won't go into it. Oh, mate. Oh, I'll tell you something. Woo! Arsenal, man. It's a roller coaster, isn't it? It's like so many emotions. I think I must have, when that goal went in, I must have flown so high. It was like I was competing in, the triple jump or something. It was just like, it was mad. And then you kind of just, my head was spinning. I'm looking at the clock and I'm like, right, there's still a minute to go. We better see it out. And then I'm like panicking and I'm just like, oh no. And the emotions of football, man. The emotions of football. It's insane, isn't it? It's, there's nothing like it. The emotions of football and last minute goals and everything else. And yeah, it's just, it could be huge. Only 6 games into the season, but that could be such a big goal and such a big momentum shift. And listen, we've showed that we can go and, dig it out and get these kind of wins. And like I said, at the end of the day, the way we performed today, that was most definitely Arsenal with a handbrake off, because in the first half in particular and in moments in the second half, I thought we were exceptional. Some of the football we played was so good. It was so quick. It was incisive. It was just everything that we've been crying out for. You think of the opportunity from Trossard where he smacks the post in the first half. That whole entire move is just pass, move, quick. It's just, it's so pleasing to watch. And it's so nice. And listen, at the end of the day, everybody's been speaking about our bench, our squad depth and everything else. And, Mascara starts the game. He makes a silly little mistake to give Newcastle a corner with a sloppy back pass, gives away the corner. But then you're able to bring him off at half time and take him out of the firing line and just be able to bring on William Saliba. Like, that's crazy, isn't it? When you really think about it. And then you can bring on Mikel Moreno and play him in that kind of 9 position where he just seems to come alive. You're bringing Martin Odegaard onto the pitch, Miles Lewis-Skelly onto the pitch, and it's just pure strength. And you're looking at it, and Moreno scores the equaliser. That's 1 sub. And Martin Odegaard takes the corner for Gabriel's goal. That's 2 subs. So 2 of our substitutes have combined and been involved in the goals that win us the game. And that's how important it is. Last week, when we had to snatch that last-minute goal against Man City, it was Martinelli that came off the bench and got the goal. Your bench is important. And the difference between now to last season is chalk and cheese, man. It's mad. I thought Victor Gyökeres had a really good game as well. I thought some of his link-up play, his hold-up play, one moment in the second half where he slipped as he's about to shoot, but he's really starting to get involved more. And yeah, I had no problems with his performance all round. Bukayo Saka gets another 65, 70 odd minutes in the tank. And yeah, listen, it's a win at the end of the day. It's our win. It's our big, big win. Big, big win, man. Where's your Biker Grove? Where's your Anton Deck? Where's your Jimmy Nail? Where's your Geordie Shaw? Oh, that's a massive win. Massive win. Absolutely buzzing. Oh, you know what to do if you haven't already, man. Just let me know in the comment section what you thought about the game. Like, subscribe, and all the rest of it. And I will see you lot soon. I'm out of here.